Right. Okay, so are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sip and Talk podcast. I'm Ellen.
I'm Nancy.
And unless you're living under a rock, June is officially Pride Month here in Dublin, Ireland. And we have decided to touch on some of our queer experiences that we've had in our lives, just to stay on brand. I think we've had, if you've watched our previous dating videos, you'll know the extent of our funny dating life, the things that we've been through. But I thought it would be fun for us to kind of touch on, like, particularly our queer relationships.
Yeah.
Now, you've obviously had more queer relationships than I have, but I just wanted to maybe talk about my last relationship with a woman. We'll call her A, just for ease, because don't want to cause any problems. But,
God forbid you government name drop someone.
Government name drops. Yeah. God forbid we name drop ourselves on our own podcast. But we move. So A was somebody that I dated quite. I would say I was like younger than this woman. She was around, like, she was in her late 20s when we met, right? So I was around 20, 21. So that's quite a significant age gap. But it's a bit different dating a woman that's older than you than obviously dating a man. But I kind of felt like the relationship was fine for the 2 years we were together, and then it just kind of got a bit rocky. But we had dating her was quite a wild experience. She was very, we were just very different people, and she was very, very dramatic, and just kind of, it was almost like she really enjoyed, like, causing problems for herself.
Addicted to the drama.
Yeah. So when I first met her, she lived in North Strand in Dublin 3. And that was kind of the bulk of our relationship. So she was in that house for, like, most of the time we were together. And then she moved from there to Swords, and then from Swords back to Clontarf. So we were in a relationship throughout all of those transitions. And I moved with her throughout all of those transitions. But when we were staying in North Strand, so the man that owned the house, the landlord who owned that house, was a bit of a creep.
Okay.
And I remember he would only rent rooms in that house to women, young women, mainly women that might have, like, come abroad and were looking for somewhere to stay. He would kind of be like, yeah, you can stay in this house. But unbeknownst to the residents, he would just show up unannounced. And he would just kind of, like, loiter and linger around the house, and, like, wouldn't really have, like, would kind of say, like, weird things to the residents. And I remember I was there quite a bit, and he apparently, like, she would go out to work. I was still in college, I wasn't working. So she'd go out to work, and I'd still just be in her house, like, in the room. And apparently he would, like, show up to the house and, like, either not attempt to come into her room, but, like, he caught wind that I was there. So that made me feel really nervous, because, like, I might go out of her room to use the toilet or go down to the kitchen and, like, make coffee or something. And, like, unbeknownst to me, he could have been in the house just, like, watching me move around. And he was a bit of a creeper. And then her room, I remember, overlooked, like, the back garden. So for all I knew, he could have, like, come into the house, gone out to the back garden, and, like, looked in her window to see who was there.
Yeah.
I remember hearing A discussing all of that with the other girls in the house, and I was like, it scared me. I was like, oh my God, like, because I'm here by myself, like, I obviously don't pay rent here, I don't live here.
Yeah.
Like, is he uncomfortable with me being in the house? And apparently he had, like, sent messages to A and the other women being like, no one other than the residents should be staying here, and I don't want to see other people that don't live in this house, like, coming and going. All of this crazy shit. So that was quite scary. And I had heard stories where apparently there was a room down, like, on the ground floor of this house. So, well, when you go into the room down the hall, that was A's room. And then there were two rooms there, A's room and then another girl's room. And then if you go down the stairs, there's the bathroom. And then there was another flight of stairs further down, which was, like, where the kitchen was, and this, like, basement room. And apparently this landlord did a lot of drugs, so I've heard, right? So he was quite an active like drug user, and he would bring young women over to the house, and they'd go down into that room and like use drugs and do all of this dodgy, like unsolicited kind of stuff, right? So apparently that was the carry on going on in the house.
Oh, jeez.
And as all this was unfolding, and the more you kind of heard the residents talk about it, was very like scary. And I remember saying to A at the time, I was like, I don't feel safe being here. I was like, I don't feel comfortable. I was like, I think in future, like I'll just meet you for a drink, but like I'll only come over on the weekends. Like I won't stay. So like when you go to work, I'll go home or whatever. I was like, I just don't feel comfortable because this man, he just gave me a really bad vibe.
Yeah.
And then A just decided she had a problem with him. So when she heard me say that, she was like, okay, let's move. She went out of her way to like find somewhere else to live.
I love how she referred to let's move as if like you're coming with.
Yeah. She was like, no, I need to get out of here, like blah, blah, blah. So she then found a place out in Swords, and she told the landlord of the other residents in North Strand. She was like, I'm moving out, blah, 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 that's fine. A lot of the girls at the time actually started moving out once we started learning more about how creepy the landlord was. And but then she was like, no, I'm going to cause problems for him. And I was like, hang on. I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, I'm not going to leave the key to this room here. So she moved out and she's locking up her room for the last time. And the landlord asked her specifically in a message to like, yeah, just leave the key in the door and go, right? Because I need the key to rent the room out again. And I thought she was going to do that. And I remember telling her explicitly, I was like, let's not cause any more problems for ourselves. This man has your number, like he has your information. I was like, can you just do what he says and just leave it? She wouldn't do that for some reason. And then she's
drama.
So she locks the room and she takes the key with her. And she was like, I'll give him back the key when he gives me my deposit. Because obviously he refused to give her back her deposit until she moved out. And she was like, I need like a, what's the word? Like a
down payment.
No, a collateral damage, or she needed to have something that he wanted as kind of like a trading piece or something,
but
right?
It doesn't work like that though.
No, it doesn't, yeah. So I'm like, what? And I was like, of course he's going to pay your deposit back. Like he has to, by law, he has to. And she's like, no, I'm doing this to make sure that he does. Anyway, she moved out, we're gone. A couple of days later, he's texting her. He's like, where's the key? I asked you to leave the key in the room. You told me you would. This has always been a positive house. Like everyone's been happy here. Like, what are you doing? You're causing all these problems. She just refused to give the key to him. And she was like, well, I want my down payment. So not her down payment, her deposit. But he gave her deposit back. Literally the next day, it was in her account. He gave it back to her and she just wouldn't give him back the key. So then there was all of this hassle. And in my head, I remember thinking, I was like, you love the drama and you love like making life difficult for yourself. I feel like throughout the whole relationship, she just wanted to be in hardship in some way. Like everything just had to be difficult.
Oh, that was me. Like someone like that I used to know.
So I can't quite remember the details of how it got resolved. I think she's posted the key back to him or met him somewhere and she went back to the house, gave the key back or whatever. I think that's how that unfolded. So anyway, so off she goes. We move all the way out to Swords. I say we as if I was like living with her. I was still at home with my parents, but she moved all the way out to Swords, and she moved in with a couple, a man and a woman, and they obviously, it was their house, and they had like an extra room. They were renting it out to her. That house was fine, and they gave her the smallest of the smallest rooms. Like there was room for like one tiny single bed there was space for one tiny single bed in that room, and that was it. And then the wardrobe was just like this massive hole in the wall cupboard. You opened the door and like it was that was where she all had to put her stuff. Yeah. Like there was no proper storage. Like everything she owned her whole life was just like left on the floor, like stuffed under the bed. So it wasn't very comfortable. And yeah, she wasn't in that house long either. The couple were really, really nice, but I think the guy was a bit of a freak.
As always.
The guy was a bit of a weirdo.
It always comes down to men.
And I don't know if he like liked the fact that there were like lesbians living in the house or whatever. I don't know. He was just a bit weird. So she didn't stay long there, and then she moved into a house in Clontarf. Much bigger space. Her room was slightly bigger. and I think she was happier there. And it was on the seafront as well there in Clontarf. So like the location was much nicer and you could go down to the beach. You could go to Bull Island, all that jazz. And but she lived in the house with a whole bunch of like, I think it was like Croatians or like your other Europeans. And they apparently didn't like, I don't think they were happy with me being there, because this was kind of coming towards the end of our relationship. And every time I went to see her for a weekend, we'd end up arguing. And they kept banging on the door being like, can you shut the fuck up? You're making so much noise, like shut up.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. And then, so they smoked a lot like in the house as well, which kept coming into her room. So the main bathroom was like beside her bedroom. So they would go and smoke in the bathroom, and then the smell would just come into her room through the walls or the windows or whatever, and like just stink up the place.
Why did I not smoke in the kitchen? Like, why in the bathroom?
Oh, they could have smoked outside, truthfully.
Yeah, but like if you want to smoke inside, usually people normally smoke in the kitchen.
Yeah, or they'll do it. They won't do it upstairs around people's bedrooms.
Like in the bath. That's so strange to me.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways.
So I was with this girl through thick and thin, through all of those transitions, all of those movements, and she was still not happy in the relationship and tried to make it seem like I was the problem in the relationship. And yeah, like I had my faults. I mean, I'm in my early 20s, like I don't have a developed prefrontal cortex. Like this is my first
You're still a teenager.
I'm still in college. Obviously, I don't have a job. I still live at home. Like I didn't have any the same responsibilities that she had at the time of like paying rent, working 2 jobs, going to college, all that jazz. She was trying to really make a life for herself, and fair enough for her work ethic. She really was in a position where she just had to do that or starve or go back to Brazil, where she was from. And I just feel like there was far more expectations on me than I think was fair for like my age. But I did sense the judgment, because like we'd go out for drinks with her friends and their girlfriends, and the girlfriends would always come up to me and be like, yeah, so Ellen, like, you know, like, how old are you? Or like, blah, blah, blah. And I'd say, oh, like, I'm only 21. I'm only 21. And they're like, oh my God, so young. And they're like, obviously you don't work. And I was like, no, I'm just in college. And they were kind of, I could sense this kind of like mismatch or this judgment, because maybe they're thinking of her and they're thinking like, why aren't you dating someone that's on the same level as you in terms of like responsibilities
she's
and
fucking
work
dramatic and she can't get her age people to look at her.
Yeah. But again, I think she was just desperate to be in a relationship, and I think she just settled for what she got. Yeah, I think that was the case. And I obviously didn't know any better. Like I was exploring my sexuality as well. And, you know, yeah, but at the end of the day...
And then she stalked you after.
She did a little bit, yeah. So it got to the point where she was just harassing me, and I was not willing to take accountability or responsibility for anything. So she would like send me text messages and call me. And then it just got to the point where I told her, I was like, if you don't leave me alone, like I will get a restraining order. Like I actually had to threaten her with that. And then she threw a big fit. And anyway, I blocked her on absolutely everything. And then a year or so later, I think I was like quite early into my relationship with my husband, now.
I think it was 5 years later.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I get this email from her. It's just an email. So I used to write like a lot of like fan fiction and all that kind of thing about like, you know, I was really into anime at the time, so I wrote a lot of fan fiction at the time.
Yeah.
And I'd send it to her to read because it was queer fan fiction and she was really into it, and we would talk about it sometimes. So I would like send her like my latest chapter or whatever and be like, what do you think of this? And that was what she used as a way to get back into contact with me. So in the email, she was like, hey, like I hope, you know, how's the writing going? I'm dying to know like how your next chapter is with these characters. I think it was like Attack on Titan or something. After 5 years. She's like, I'm dying to know the next chapter, like what's going to happen. Like, I think you should continue your writing and continue your creativity. And then she said like a couple of other nice things about like me. And she's like, I really miss our relationship. I think that was what she said in the email. And I think I just like archived it or deleted it, or I just blocked her or something like that. The email's gone now. But yeah. Madness. I'm only in my early 20s. Actually, at the time I was in my relationship with my husband now. So I'm just like, that's crazy. Stop. But yeah, insane.
I love that after 5 years, she's dying to know about the next chapter. Like,
yeah.
What were you doing for 5 years? You were not dying to know then.
No, not really.
Yeah. But after 5 years, something clicked in her brain. I was like, oh, I miss our relationship. And actually, I miss your fanfics. Can you tell me what's happening?
Yeah. I'm like, well, I've stopped writing it now. Like, it's not of any point of relevance anymore now, and like it's deleted, it's gone or whatever. So yeah, like that's just, I just think she didn't have anything else to hold on to other than that. And she knew that I loved writing. So she was like, this feels, maybe in her mind, she was like, this feels like safe ground that I can like come in.
You like jump on it. And
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, writing. Yes, please. Talk dirty to me.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Yes, Ellen, tell me more. Fan fiction.
That's like that guy that I dated, who liked my queer fan fiction as well of Men. Do you remember? Yeah, not saying names. That's like him texting me now, like after all this time, like, oh, did you write the next chapter? Because I really liked it.
Yeah. And it was a boy love fanfic as well, and he really, really got off on it.
Yeah. He said a bunch of things that would not work with a woman, and I'm like, that would not work with me.
Things that he wanted to do to you just wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
If you know, you know. Yeah,
you know. Like it just wouldn't have. Like
yeah.
I was like, I'm missing some bits for that.
Yeah. So I think he felt safe reading your boy love in a way that it made him maybe feel a bit more accepted.
Yeah.
And to be who he truly maybe was.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, I hope he's doing well now.
I don't know.
Wherever he is.
I have no idea. I've been blocked. Because apparently I'm such a bitch for just breaking up.
Story of my life. The amount of if I got $1 for every time someone called me a bitch or dumb or unhappy with myself, I'd be a fucking millionaire.
Yeah.
I'd be swimming in it.
I'd be living in a fucking mansion in Hove or something.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
God. Just because
suite.
I didn't want to be in a relationship with you. Like, bro, like I can clearly see you have some untapped queerness in you. That
confrontations with your sexuality. Yeah.
Because you shouldn't get this hot and bothered by boy love fan fiction. Like, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you do, then you need to ask yourself why.
And if you do, you know, that maybe answers some unresolved questions within yourself, and you can go on.
Why you don't get excited when you're with a woman, for example?
Yeah,
because he wouldn't.
No, I know.
And I don't think it was me. I think it was the fact that I was not a guy.
Yeah. I think that was.
And he just kept using the excuses like, "Oh, it's because you're white."
Huh?
Yeah, it's like I've never dated a white girl because he was Korean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he was Korean.
But like, I've been with other Korean men. Like, they didn't have a problem with that. I was like, at the end of the day, for men, a woman is a woman.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, their dicks don't care. What nationality you are.
You are. They just. Yeah. You have a pussy and
that's it.
Like,
Exactly.
Sorry, excuse my language. But
exactly. Men really don't care. Like,
they really don't.
It's there for that purpose for them. You know what I mean? And he would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm nervous because I've never been with a white girl before." Now I was like, and I remember I told him, like, I'm not an alien. Like, I'm not like something out of this world. Like, I work like Korean women, like, you know what I mean? Like, it works the same way. It's nothing like out of the fucking universe.
Out of the universe. Yeah, like he's treating you like you're just some unknown foreign species. Like, or something like, what the fuck?
I've never actually heard that in my life before, and I was just like, what?
Yeah.
Because I've been with all sorts of nationalities. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I was like, it's never been a problem, but like, it's a problem. I think it was because I wasn't a guy.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah.
And then after that, because it was a constant issue for months, he kept saying, "Oh, it's because I drank alcohol," and then I was like, "Okay, so probably next time don't drink then."
Yeah.
And then it still wouldn't work, and I'd be like, and then he would get hot and bothered by my boy love fan fiction, and then I was like. I was like, I figured it out now. I cracked the code.
The math is mathing. 2 + 2 is equaling 4 in that occasion. Honestly, yeah. So even before I met A, I was still going on like dates with like other women, but they never obviously went anywhere. They never developed into anything really serious. They were just more like, let's go for drinks and like see how it goes. And I remember going on this date with this girl. We'll call her Elle. And Elle I would say, I would describe her as femme, but she had very like mask tendencies. So I think she just had a very mask personality, but I would describe her as like femme.
So maybe STEM.
STEM, yeah, that's the word. You can tell I've been out of the game a while. STEM, but yeah, but I remember going on a date with her, and the whole time she was just on her phone.
Oh, wow.
On her phone the whole time. She had no interest in getting to know me. I think I was a bit shy because I also didn't really fancy her. Like, she just maybe wasn't really my type. And I was kind of struggling to have a conversation because this, again, exploring my sexuality and going out with women. And
it's scary.
It's scary, but having to tell my parents before I go out that I'm meeting a man. Like, there was just a lot of, like, confusion for me around all of that. And the date was very, very awkward, and she was on her phone, and then eventually she just got bored. I think she just got bored, and she was like, yeah, I'm leaving, and we'd only been out for like just under an hour. She was like, sorry, Ellen, like, I need to go. And she was like, I'm not really feeling this.
Yeah, but she didn't even make an effort. She was on her phone. Probably talking to her ex or something.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Or like another girl maybe she was more interested in. But so Elle just had to be straight up with me. She was like, I'm sorry, this isn't working. Like, I'm not sure we're clicking. And I was sad because I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, okay, yeah, no problem. And we left it at that. Oh my God. And then I just remembered I went on another date. We actually went to the same bar that I went to with Elle. I went on another date with this girl who was a bit more my type. We'll call her C. Just like fucking alphabet soup here. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And C was really, really nice. And she seemed more interested in me and getting to know me. And I was like, okay, this feels safe. And like, if anything, I was like, if it doesn't work out with C, like I was like, at least we'll have like a friendship maybe or something. And we went to the same bar, and it was a quiet night, and we were having a drink, and I don't know what happened. I either drank too quickly, or I think I just drank too quickly. That wouldn't be a surprise if you know me. But I think I drank too quickly.
I know you.
Yeah. But I think I either drank too quickly, or I had a panic attack, or some form of anxiety, or something happened to me, right? Where I just spiraled. I just lost control of myself, and I was like, my thoughts are spinning, and I was like, hang on, this feels really weird. And I said to her, I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I feel like I'm going to be sick. Like, I'm panicking. I just had like a full-blown panic attack in this quiet bar. And then I was like, I need to go. And I just got real paranoid. And I remember she was like, what? Like, because things were fine up until that point. It was very sudden. And I'm like gathering my stuff, and I'm like legging it out the door of this pub. And C's following me. And she's like, Ellen, wait. And I like run out onto the street. And then I think I collapsed. Like, I fell down I went down on my knees, and I was like shaking in the middle of the road. And she was like, oh, I think I scared the shit out of her. But then she was like, never again am I seeing this girl. Like, never again. And she tried to help me. She was like, you're fine, you're all right. She's like, what happened? Like, are you okay? Is there panic? Like, are you anxious? Like, what's happened? Did something happen? And she's bringing me back. She brought me back like onto the footpath just outside the pub. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And like, I think I told her, I was like, I don't know who I am.
You said you don't know who you are.
I was like, I don't know who I am. And I was like, this whole thing is new to me. And like, I just don't know. And she's like listening to me. And she's like, look, it's fine. Like, it's okay. She was like, so anyway, she got a taxi for me. She put me in a taxi. And then I texted her the day after, and I was like, I'm so sorry that happened. But I was like, if you'd be willing, like, I'd like to see you again and like start from scratch, like reset. And she was like, what did she say to me? She was quite nice about it. She was like, look, Ellen, like, that's fine. Like, don't worry about the other night or whatever. She was like, but I'm not interested in seeing you further, and I'm not interested in pursuing you further. But she was like, but I did have a nice time, and I hope you're all right. I think she said something like that to me.
Okay,
like,
that's really nice. But yeah, she probably saw, because she said, I don't know who I am. This is new to me. She probably was like, okay, I don't have time for like closeted lesbians or something like that.
I think she just was like, this is weird.
Yeah, she's like, I just want open and out people, like, which is fair enough. Like that, like obviously.
Obviously I couldn't be helped.
But it is scary when you start doing it. It is scary when you get out to explore your sexuality. even if you are doing it, like I would have like panic attacks about it as well. I'd be like, well, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what is my life? Like, who am I?
Yeah.
But like,
I don't know who I am.
I don't know who. Like, exactly, I don't know. I've been lied to my whole life. It is scary, and like, yeah, I mean, I suppose like it's not her problem to deal with that, but like, at least she was nice about it.
Yeah, and she was pretty
home,
decent.
So yeah. But like it is scary to get out there for the first time.
Yeah.
A couple first times
Yeah.
even. Like I still find it scary to go on dates with women now. Even though I've like experienced more.
Yeah.
After a while, I still like I get really nervous. Like I wouldn't be nervous going on a date with a man. I don't know why, but I've never been nervous going on a date with a man.
Yeah.
But like with women, I get really nervous.
Yeah. No, it's different because it's you kind of feel like, oh, this is not. You kind of feel like it's something you shouldn't be doing.
Well, I don't
I mean?
don't even know. For me now, it's not because I shouldn't be doing it. It's more like I just get really super nervous. I think maybe that represents my preference towards gender.
Yeah.
Like, because I feel like it's harder to go on a date with a woman, like, you know, because it's just a different type of connection, I suppose.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, and obviously, like, in some of your past relationships, things have just been very, like, toxic and just difficult. So maybe you're kind of bringing some of that into, like, new relationships as well. And that's hard.
I just don't, like, trust them.
But yeah, like, in my case, it felt like I was doing something I shouldn't be doing because it just wasn't particularly accepted in my family. And before, like, when I wanted to go out with women, I always had to tell my parents I was going out with a guy, or I was meeting a guy from Tinder, or this, that, and the other. And like, it's hard because then you can't really live an authentic life. You can't really be true to yourself. And it was only when I met A that I said to my parents, I was like, look, this is the truth of the matter. Like, I think this is who I am. Like, I told them I was like, I'm exploring my sexuality. I think I'm bisexual. Like, I have a girlfriend and all that jazz. And it was just very... I remember that there was so much tension and awkwardness in the house, and I think my mom particularly felt very let down by it and couldn't really look me in the eye, or would always try and convince me.
I bet she's so super happy now that you're married to a man.
Now that I'm married to a man, it's all good. But like, I always kind of had like quite a rocky relationship with my mom in particular, and it was only when I actually moved out of home that our relationship significantly improved. And then when I got married and I was moving on with my life, now we're like best friends, and we go for lunch regularly, or I try to see her regularly. And all that jazz. So yeah, I mean, it's good because every daughter wants a relationship with her mom, you know? And I think you have a fantastic relationship with your mom. And I think for a while I was always kind of like envious of that. Because I feel like your mom's like your best friend almost in some aspects.
But she doesn't know about the lesbian activities,
Well, no, but she doesn't have to. But you've always had a good relationship with her. It's always just been you and your mom, you know? Yeah. Which is really nice. So I kind of would like the same thing with my mom. I think when I told my dad, he was like, okay, cool. Like, he was like, yeah, it's going to take me a while to like understand this, Ellen, but he was like, yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
He was like, cool. He was like, it's not, just don't get hurt and, you know.
Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself. Naturally, of course I just didn't feel like I could tell my parents about any of this, you know, and I was like denying it to myself, and I was like, oh, maybe I'm just being silly, and maybe it's just because like, I my first couple of boyfriends I felt were just scary. I felt like quite scared dating men, and I was like, maybe women are like safer, and I think that was where I was looking for safety in a moment of danger. But obviously that's not the case. Dating women is rough from what you've told me.
Yeah.
And I was actually, after my relationship with A ended, I was like, I have to date men again. Yeah. Like, it actually drove me into dating men because I was like, I just can't deal with this. So yeah.
I hope A's proud of herself now.
Yeah, me too. Shout out A.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm close to my mom, but like I wouldn't ever tell her I'm dating a woman, like, because they're quite conservative. My mom's very, very like homophobic almost. I would say. Okay. Like the comments coming out of her mouth is not the best ones, and like I've tried to like kind of ease her into understanding it over the years, but she just won't budge. I think it's the age.
It is. She's just set in her ways.
Yeah, set in her ways. And I don't really want to ruin my relationship over it because, like, whatever. Like, even when I would go out to date a man, I wouldn't tell my mom anyways. I would always tell I'm going out with Alan. Every time I would go somewhere, literally was just like, yeah, I'm going out with Alan.
So I'm the scapegoat.
Yeah,
okay.
literally for any date I've ever gone on, I was like, oh, I'm going out with my friends.
God only knows what Nancy's mom really thinks of me.
Yeah, she probably thinks like we spend too much time together.
Yeah. Maybe in her head she's like, oh, is Nancy dating Helen?
No, she wouldn't think that. No.
Okay. Maybe I'm too much of an must be the alcoholism in me, maybe or something.
Yeah,
She's like,
no. She just thinks we're just like super close friends.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, but I would tell her that, like, even when I was dating, let's say D, the guy.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like she didn't even know about him till like 4 months in, I think. I didn't tell her about it. So like I'm not quite open with it. Like I don't tell my mom unless I know it's serious, even with men.
Oh yeah, fair enough, yeah.
Most of the time my mom thinks I'm with you, so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, might as well just keep up the lie.
I've been using it since I met you, so might as well continue in my 30s.
God forbid you actually went on a date and like, God forbid something happened to you and then you told your mom you're with me and then the police are like, where the fuck is Nancy? And I'm like, I don't know.
It's okay. iPhone tracking these days, they would know I have never been here.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
Like her mom said she was with you. I was like, I don't know.
No, okay, if something, God forbid, happened to me, like, you would know. I always tell you where I'm going.
Oh, yeah, you do. No, fairness,
Yeah. So if something would happen to me, you would know, because I would have been in communication with you, so you could be able to tell the police. So at least I'm safe in some way.
Yeah. I'm the insurance policy as well as the scapegoat. Yeah.
Like,
I can wear many hats.
So where are you going with Alan? Oh, just to a bar. Oh, okay. Drinking again. Yeah.
Be back at 4 a.m.
Yeah. Right, should we talk about, very quickly about B? Let's call it
B, yes. This is alphabet soup. Let's talk about B.
This is my experience. This is a girlie I met after So I call her my ex-girlfriend, but at the time when we split up and she left the country for a few months, we weren't technically girlfriends, but she left me alone. And I tried to move on. So that's how I went on a date with B. So it's like I think he's the most hilarious person I've ever met.
She is really
that doesn't try to be hilarious, like so deadpan, so serious.
Her humor is so deadpan, and she just says everything with her full chest.
Yeah,
it is so funny,
so serious. But like it's so funny.
So funny.
And you met her like one time, and you were like, this person.
The one time I met her was the most chaotic moment ever.
Yeah.
And she just...
And you forced her to buy us shots as well.
I did, yeah. She just had me... She just would have you creased with like her sense of humor. It's not
even a humor. She's not even trying to be funny.
No, she's talking about something serious, but you're like wheezing as she's saying it. It's just... I've never met anybody quite like her.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a bother in the world, and I think she just lives her best life.
Yeah,
she's
just so blessed. Like, honestly, I wish I could live my life like that with no problems, no bothers. But I just can't take it seriously. But like, I know she's like serious, but sometimes I feel like she could be like an undercover troll. Like, there's no way you can actually be like this.
No, yeah, I agree.
But then again, she's a Capricorn, and Capricorns are fucking weird. Like, you met that person in Jan, do you remember? Yeah. Also a fellow Capricorn.
Yeah.
When we went to the George and he bought us shots.
Yes.
So, also a Capricorn. Also fucking strange.
Yeah.
I feel like they're from like a different universe. Or like not from Earth, definitely. They live somewhere else in their mind's eye or something. But when Alan was visiting me back in the day when I used to live in London for my birthday weekend, we actually didn't plan to go out with her. And I remember I brought you basically to all the queer bars I knew.
In Soho, yeah.
In Soho. Yeah. And we were like bunny hopping basically. And that was the plan for the night anyways.
Yeah.
But then I think we were like we went out for like a cigarette or something. And she texted me. I think she asked me, what am I doing?
Yeah, she did.
Like, oh yeah, because I posted a story. And she was like, where are you?
And then she told us about this event on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were like, oh, can we get tickets? But we were asking her all this.
I mean, we paid at the door. Yeah, it was like a it was like a lesbian event. I think.
Yeah, it was.
They used to have like
queer
those
event.
loads. They were like they have them. I think it was called gay events or something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But they were on every month or something. I've never
Yeah.
been. So. So she was like, "Are you going?" And I was like, "Are you going?" And then we were like,
Yeah.
"We don't have tickets."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh yeah, it's okay. I don't have a ticket either."
She was like, I'm just gonna show up.
Yeah.
You were
But I was
okay.
like, "But what about what if they don't have tickets?" And cause she's a veteran at going to lesbian parties. She was like, "No, it's okay. You can buy it at the door." And I was like, "Okay."
We, in our drunken minds, we were like, okay.
Yeah.
If B says we can do it this way, we're gonna do it this way.
Yeah. And we just arrived
Into a taxi we got all the way across fucking London.
And she said she was gonna be there in like an hour. Do you remember?
Yeah. She
So we,
drove there.
Yeah, she drove there. She was going for a night out to drink, and she drove there with her car, like. And then she was serious about it, like it's the most normal thing to do, and. It's so funny to this day.
It's still so pretty.
I remember she was like, "Yeah, I'll be there in an hour." And I think when we were talking about it was like 8:30 or something. She said she was going to be there at 10.
Yeah.
And
It didn't start until late though. I think it started late.
I think it was like starting at like whatever time. And I remember we arrived at the time we agreed that she's going to be there. Because I remember we were different at bar and we had to take a taxi. It was like 20 minutes or something.
Yeah.
And I actually don't remember where the event was. I have no idea what part of London I went to. I've never been there and haven't been there since. But oh shit,
I actually have no idea where. But it felt like we were in the taxi for ages.
We were. It was quite far away.
It was far,
and we were in the city.
Yeah.
So I'm like, where was it? I have no idea. But anyways, we arrived there and then we like paid in and everything's fine. And then she didn't arrive for another hour.
Yeah, we were waiting for her and we were like texting her and we were like, B, where are you? Like, are you coming?
Yeah, and she was like, I was like, she was like, I'm still at home. And I was like, are you coming? Because you asked me to come.
And that we were worried then. We were like, has she just sent us here?
Yeah.
And she's just not going to bother showing up.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, that's a joke.
And she eventually arrived after taking her sweet ass time.
Yeah.
And I remember she texted me, okay, I'm driving there now. We were like, driving?
Yeah, I was like, hang on, what? I was like, well, maybe she's not drinking then. And then I was like, oh, that's boring.
Yeah. We were so worried that she wouldn't be drinking.
Yeah. Oh.
The fools we were.
Yeah.
Anyways, me and Ellen got very drunk, and then Ellen forced B to buy us some shots.
I really encouraged her.
Yeah.
I saw that she was at the bar and I was like, Beth, this is my opportunity. And yeah, I remember asking her, I was like, what's your star sign? And she was like, oh, Capricorn. I was like, oh, Capricorn, yeah. I think I told her I had a Capricorn rising or something. Anyway, I was like, do you want to buy us shots? And I was like, Bruna, you were late, so this is your punishment.
I think you used my birthday excuse.
Yeah, I was like, it's Nancy's birthday, come on. Anyway, she bought us shots.
Yeah, she did. Anyways, but then the event ended, and me and Ellen don't know when the party stops, obviously. So we're like, let's go back to my place. I had a bunch of alcohol in my room at the time because I used to get like a lot of free stuff from the pub I worked in, or like gifts.
Yeah.
So I had like a bunch of shit to drink.
And B had like been drinking she was like drinking a lot of shots and like beers and like other drinks.
Yeah.
And she drove us back across
my
London.
house.
And I remember leaving the pub and I was like, hang on, I was like, well, how are we getting home? I was like, you getting a taxi? Like what? And he was like, no, I'm driving.
Yeah.
And we were like,
and I remember
I was like, what? I was like, oh, Nancy, I don't think that's safe.
And
like,
I remember I was so flippant and I was like, and I remember I was so flippant. I was like, it's gonna be okay, and she's gonna drive. It's fine.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go home and drink.
And I'm so, at least there was some sober element in me that was like, this is dangerous.
Safe, yeah.
But anyway, yeah, B drove us back to your place.
Yeah, and then I had a girl message me happy birthday.
God, it just never ends.
Yeah, some random girl that I met only once messaged me happy birthday because it was my birthday weekend, and she was asking me what I was doing, and I said, oh, my friend came over, we went out, blah blah blah. Anyways, and she was like, oh, happy birthday, blah blah blah. So I'm like there with my drunk eyeballs trying to read the text of happy birthday to me, and I was gonna be like, say thank you very much, you know what I mean? And then B is driving the car, somehow paying attention to what I'm doing, And she just yanks my phone out of my hands and tries to read it while she's driving. And I'm trying to get it back because I'm like, what are you doing?
But that's just bad practice.
And then she just saw the person's name, and she was like, because it's like not confirmed name, well, I will repeat what she said. And she's like, Isadora, Isabella. Who's that? Your ex-girlfriend? Your girlfriendy? And she was like, another Brazilian dance, yeah? Like,
and then me in the back of the car, ears pricked up to heaven. I like lean forward in the back of the car and I'm like,
you have an ex-girlfriend. Because you were like, I haven't heard about this.
I haven't heard of this. What nonsense is this? And then you were like,
because obviously you would know, and you were like, have I not been included in some privy information?
That's what I was upset about. I was thinking about number one here, me being excluded.
Yeah.
God forbid.
God forbid, you don't know a bit of information. So I remember we pulled into my house, and that's when you were like, you have an ex-girlfriend. And I remember, like, the fact that I had time to turn around to you and say, I was like, no, she's just confused. And I was like, she thinks it's F, who she thinks is my ex-girlfriend, but is also not my ex-girlfriend. Yeah. And she was like, oh, okay. And then you felt like rest assured. You were like, okay, so I know everything. I'm in the loop. Yeah.
I know everything. Yeah.
And you just like went back. And then she just like started shouting at me. And I was like 10 shots of tequila deep that night. Because me and Ellen went all out. We were like celebrating my birthday. We were like 10 shots deep of tequila. And I remember she was saying, I don't even remember what she was saying to me, but I remember she got out of the car. She said something else in the car before. And then she got out of the car and then she went, do you think I'm fucking idiota, Nance?
Do you think I'm idiot? Idiot names.
That's what she said. And I remember, but she was like shouting in my driveway, and I was like I was so confused. Like I couldn't comprehend with my drunk eyeballs what was going on. Like I was just sitting there staring at her like this. You remember my face was like, I was literally like, and I was just thinking like, I was so confused to how we got to this point that I was trying to make maths in my head how we ended up here. And I was like, what? And then I was thinking, I was like, she's gonna wake up all of my like housemates up, and I just couldn't understand why am I in this situation right now? And I was trying to deal with that, and then I remember you got so triggered and you went forwards again and you were like, excuse me.
She said to me, I was like, excuse me. She is not your girlfriend. Yeah. You do not get to speak to her like this.
Yes, you were like, do not speak to her. Like, do not chat her. You were like, she's not your girl. Is she your girlfriend? You were like, no, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after all of that, I was gonna let you inside my room, and B had threw me off so much that I couldn't even comprehend where am I, what day it is, why am I here, why is this happening right now to me, that I forgot the code to my room.
Oh yeah, oh listen.
Yeah, because I had like a lock pad on my room in the house we were sharing, and I forgot it.
Oh, it just never ends.
Yeah,
it just never ends.
I forgot it, and
I feel like that night went on forever. That night went on forever.
Yeah, it did though. Because I think we arrived there. I don't even know what time we arrived. I think we got into the room at like 5 a.m.
Yeah, we did, because
there was someone coming downstairs to go to work.
Yeah,
that's how you know the sun is fucking up. And I remember I was so drunk and I was trying to explain to the guy, and I was like, I can't get into my room, and he was like, okay. And off he went, and I was like, and I remember I took it so personal. I was like, nobody cared about me. And I remember me crying, and she would just be like, come here, Nance, come on, don't cry.
Come on, Nance.
Come on, Nance, don't cry.
It's okay.
And then she just proceeded to complain for 2 hours.
I'm so tired.
I'm so cold.
Coldy.
Yeah.
I'm coldy.
I'm tired. Yeah. And I'm just like, and you said, B, you don't have to be here. Go home.
I was like, you have your car, like you can leave.
Yeah. We
leave.
have nowhere to go. We have to wait for locksmiths to
Yeah.
arrive. And I remember she broke my door handle. Because I was trying to get in. So we had to call locksmiths because she broke my door handle.
Yeah.
I could have remembered the code at any given point in time. I probably would have.
At some point,
Yeah, because I was
when you
so
sobered
stressed.
up, yeah.
I was so stressed at the time. I was like hyperventilating at the time that if I had like probably 5 cigarettes, a moment to calm down, maybe took a bottle of water from my fridge, I probably would have been okay.
Yeah.
But because I was so stressed, I started crying, and then you were like, "How can you not remember the code?" I was like, "I don't know."
I was such a little bitch.
Yeah, I was like, "I don't know."
Think, like.
Yeah, you were like, "Think, you put it in every day." And I remember like thinking to myself, "You're not fucking helping me right now."
I really was. I think I just had enough of it myself. I was like, you put it in. This should be fucking muscle memory.
Yeah, because I mean, I think we were all
memory.
excited to drink the alcohol in my room.
Yeah.
That we were like, but because B threw me off so much that I was like literally, I don't know, in a different planet, probably where the Capricorns live. I was there. And I remember you said to B, "Help us, do something."
She was like, Beth.
Yeah,
just broke the door.
She was trying. I remember she asked for like a knife or something, and I gave her something. But she was like, "I know what to do." And she was so serious that me and Alan were like, looked at her, and we were like, "Okay, yeah, she knows what to do." We were like fully, I was locked, and I was like, "It will be okay. She's gonna save the day." And then she was at it for like maybe 3 seconds, and then the door handle came off.
All she did was unscrew the door handle.
She didn't even unscrew it. She broke it off. It just stayed
fell away
her,
in her hand.
It stayed in her hand, and then she turned around and gave it to me. And I remember I looked at it, and I think again I was having a moment where I couldn't comprehend what is my life, what is happening to me right now, how am I here?
All right, guys, I think we will leave it there. But thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, please do leave them in the comments below. It helps us out a lot. And thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
We'll see you in the next one. Bye. Love you.
Love you.
Done.